Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment in Canada around the globe. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm a fellow of Real Estate Institute of Canada, certified international property specialist and broker of record for City Pro Realty Inc. Brokerage, and I'm your host tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about hiring a real estate agent in 2021. As you know, coronavirus impacted our life in 2020. Based on the statistic that we shared in last episode, the average price of houses has increased, except condo unit in GTA 416 and 905 area. We all real estate professionals have learned new skills because of coronavirus. We learned how to market the property, how to show the property, how to help our client to arrange a mortgage, how to work with the home inspector, surveyor, environmental issues, checking out the water well, volume of water, quality of water, septic tanks. We coordinated all those activities during this COVID pandemic. As you know, right now, the Ontario-wise, we have a lockdown. And we're observing very strict social distancing, except essential services. And this is going to carry forward to first quarter of 2021. You have experience dealing with our realtor professionals who are licensed to practice in real estate. And this is very, very important for you. Now I'm going to give you some checklists, some guidance, how to hire a real estate professional in 2021. So make a checklist. When you are looking to hire a real estate agent, broker, or broker racket, first thing you want to check is that person who is coming to your door or the one that you are inviting has a license registration with Real Estate Council of Ontario. Real Estate Council of Ontario is a regulatory body that is mandated by Ministry of Government and Consumer Affairs, Ontario government, to regulate the real estate business in the province of Ontario. There is a law, the Real Estate Business Broker Act. It was amended with TRESA, Trust in Real Estate Services Act, in 2019, with some changes to the REBA, that regulates the business, and the Real Estate Council of Ontario is mandated to get people educated so they meet the registration requirement, and then they register them through a brokerage, and then compliance, in case once they're registered, they're in compliance. And it's very, very important for you to work with a realtor who has a license to practice in real estate. The Real Estate Council of Ontario is mandated, and registrar can issue a proposal not to register a person, revoke a license, or suspend a license, or apply some condition to the registration. So it's very, very important for you that you should know that you're dealing with a realtor who is licensed. And sometimes charges are laid under REBA and convictions. Where do you find out that? you go to reco.on.ca. And sometimes there are immediate suspension of people who are still doing business, but they have not received the suspension or shared with the public. So this is very important that the order of the registrar suspending a license cannot practice in Ontario. So this is very important for you to make sure that you are checking RICO site. And then there are some decisions for disciplines and appeals panel regarding ethical conducts. So why is it important? To make sure anyone who's coming to you, sometimes fraudulently, some people who pretend that they have a license, they claim to be realtor, but they may not be licensed. So it's very, very important for you to check this out by visiting reco.on.ca to confirm that. Most of the realtors have an application on their iPhone application which shows them a certificate of RICO registration, name of the brokerage, broker license number, and the agent license number for salesperson, broker, or broker record for how long this is valid. This is very, very important. So now, why you hire a realtor? Because realtors are expert in real estate. They navigate the process of buying and selling in real estate. They are licensed by the Ontario regulator under the Ontario government regime to help you, because the agency goal is to protect consumer and also to protect the consumer. And Real Estate Council of Ontario is the regulator body. Now, broker salesperson who are registered in Ontario by RICO, their job is to protect the best interest of the consumer and maintaining fair, safe, and informed real estate marketplace. That's the mandate of RICO. So this is very important when you are looking into hiring a person. So once you have verified a person that is licensed, is an active license, then next come to you by hiring is education and knowledge and experience. They may be different. Under RICO, there are salesperson or real estate agent or salesperson or a broker or a realtor broker or salesperson realtor or broker of record. These are the categories. And then once you join a brokerage, when you join a brokerage, you have a choice to join. If you want to use a realtor trademark, you have to join Canadian Real Estate Association. Then you have to join Ontario Real Estate Association, and then you also need a MLS, so you deal with the board. Right now we have a Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, and then we also have Ortis, Mississauga Real Estate Board, and other 21 board have come together and they come up with the It's So Real Estate MLS system, which is parallel with the TREB system. So you join them. Each organization has its own professional code of conduct, even though in the regulation, as well as every professional association, because their goal is to promote professionalism and also the education and special designation program where people will learn extra skills. We're going to talk about that. A Real Estate Council of a Real Estate Institute of Canada have a designation program. FRI, like I'm a fellow of Real Estate, you can see the pin on my shoulder. I'm a fellow of Real Estate Institute of Canada. So this designation is not required by law. It is required by the passion and commitment you made to deliver a best value to the client. So education. So everybody pass the examinations, get the registration, and then you are licensed by RICO and you join a broker and you become a broker record. But people will seek higher education. In this case, I'm a fellow of Real Estate Institute of Canada. That's a special highest education in Canada in real estate profession. CIPS, Certified International Property Specialist. That's the highest education in the United States and is also applied in Canada and globally, that you are certified international property specialist dealing with global economy in buying and selling real estate. That much knowledge you have. Then you have a program called Senior Real Estate Specialist that deals with the 50 plus market seniors, retiree people. Then you have a seller representative specialist. This is designation of NAR. And then you have an ABR, accredited buyer representative. So these are the additional education that you do when you are hiring someone. You should think about that. What do they have a designation beside their name? Or you can ask a realtor, what kind of education do you have other than becoming a realtor? Because everybody who is a member of Canadian Real Estate Association is a realtor. Then knowledge. Obviously, someone who has a superior knowledge regarding dealing with real estate will be able to serve you better. And the knowledge comes through education. We also have Real Estate Council of Ontario as a continuing education program. I just went through my renewal of my license pre-qualification. And it was amazing to learn that Real Estate Council put together an amazing education program that continue to increase your knowledge. And this is why it's very important that you learn more skills. So I did these courses. I just renewed my CIPS designation because I want to continue to learn so I can deliver a better service to my client. So knowledge is power. If you're equipped to deal with I'm also certified real estate specialist, across Canada. And these are a designation that provide me the skill set, necessary skills that I need to deliver a value to my client. So it's very important that not only that you have basic requirement to be met to become a realtor, you also need to get designations education program. And then if you have experience in this case, that helps you to do a better job. So this is very important when you are selecting a realtor. Now, the knowledge is power. And this is why education, if you have a higher education than a person who's competing, remember that there are approximately 86 to 90,000 realtors registered in the province of Ontario. But not everybody is FRI. Maybe could be 224 to 250 FRIs out of 90,000 in Ontario. And I am one of them. So this is why it's very important to look at the education, look at the knowledge. When you are hiring people, the Real Estate Council also suggests that you should interview a few people to make sure that the people that you want to engage, they are experience knowledge. And they also, when you have met people, you check the references of the people. You ask them to give me a couple of referrals that you have done most recently or a few months down the line. Because the buying and selling home is the biggest transaction most of us make in our lifetime. So it's not important for you to think about that and choose the person which has the knowledge, education, and experience to help you, because you can see what happened in the marketplace. Things will change. They are knowledgeable about what housing plans are for CMHC, financial, because money has to come through to qualify a buyer or seller who wants to upgrade. Have a knowledge of understanding of a network of people. He or she also have a network of lawyers, inspectors, appraisal, who can be providing assistance to you when they are working with it. So now, as I said, when you have a license, there is a consumer protection program. When they come to you, we always deal with the working with a realtor. Have you heard about that word? Working with a realtor is a brochure created by Ontario Real Estate Association, which shows the relationship. You want to be a buyer representative or buyer representation agreement, or you want a seller representation agreement, or you want a customer service relationship. So that brochure is the one that discusses the relationship. And I suggest to you, when someone comes to you or you invite someone, to make sure you spend at least an hour on this brochure. It explains the relationship, how this relationship, because that's the foundation of building a trustworthy relationship with your realtor or real estate agent who's going to be working on behalf of their brokerage with you. So if someone does not come and show you that brochure and discuss the relationship, difference between customer and client relationship, what it takes, what's included in the agreement, and how the Real Estate Council works, Real Estate Council of Ontario, organized real estate, and all relationship, how you're going to present the offer, how they're going to list the property, how they're going to buy the property. If they don't discuss that detail with you and make you feel comfortable, you don't have to sign a BRA or listing agreement, because that document is strictly a information brochure. It is not a contract. Once you decide that you want to work with the person that you have chosen, then you are able to work with that person. And you can go into entering into agreement. So when you are buying or selling, so there will be two scenarios. And we're going to talk about professional contacts. You know, Real Estate Council of Ontario, there is a code of ethics conducts in the law book that governs our real estate, that you have to be honest, have to be professional, maintain integrity, be competent, do the due diligence, and work very hard to protect the interest of your client. And these are part and parcel with realtors. You will not be surprised at how much time the realtor have to spend education and training to make sure that they serve you best of their ability, honestly, with dignity and with integrity. So every 2 years we do continue education, residential or commercial. Then we do different options for elective. So I did this year waterfront properties. So I'm pretty knowledgeable waterfront properties. We know about it, but you can select something. And then I did on one of the construction project, I'm a chair of the project. So I know environment. So I did the environment education just to refresh myself, something new that come in that I can learn. So it's very important. If you have a septic tank, you have an underground oil tank, or you have a buried tank with some acid or something, you have a problem. You need some realtor or who has a knowledge about septic tanks or underground tanks. We are required, according to REBA, to refer to other professional. For example, when you deal with home inspection, we may be able to guide you, but we are not the inspectors. We are doing an inspection of the septic tank or water well. We can find you people who can do the service for you, but we cannot give you opinion. We only real estate opinion because we're licensed to practice real estate. As you know, I'm a principal broker, a mortgage broker license, and also president of Canada Express Mortgage. So I can speak to you because I have a license to practice as a mortgage broker, principal broker, as well as mortgage brokerage. I'm a complying officer for mortgage brokerage as well as for City Pro Realty Inc. brokerage. So when you talk up to a realtor, find out about your consumer protection program. What happened when you give deposit for a sale if you are a buyer agent, you're entering into a buyer representation? So the The consumer protection is covered up to 100,000, maximum of $3 million per occurrence, effective September 2016. This was in the Real Estate Council website that you can check it out. And because transactions take place when you negotiate the deal, buying and selling, it goes to the lawyer who he or she will implement and process the closing process. So this is very, very important for you that you select a good lawyer team. So we're going to go through a little checklist about when you are buying an agent, you want to enter into a BRA. So do your homework. That means you have to do your work. That get informed. What is the buying process before it begins to time and money required to do the job? Shop around. You need to check professional, meet various real estate professional, and select the one who has the best education, knowledge, and experience. And if you talk to a real estate professional, let's say we're talking about buyer representation, get everything in writing. If someone has agreed to give you some money back, make sure it's entered in the agreement of purchase and the buyer representation agreement. And also in the BRA, you can tell them what type of house are you looking? What type of size are you looking? What kind of lot are you looking? What kind of the feature of the house you're looking? Put in the BRA, buyer representation agreement. So put it in writing. So you must have understanding what you are signing. That means when the BRA is represented to you after the working with the realtor brochure, you must understand what is in that agreement. You have your name, your brokerage name, effective commencement date of the agreement, and then we have a duration. If you have a 6 month, there's an initial there. Then you say, okay, who's paying the commission? And it's specified. Normal case, if you buy from MLS, the buyer will get the money from the listing brokerage because they offer you commission. But you are making commitment to ask this agent to help you to buy the property. So you are committing to pay that commission. Keep budget in mind. When you are buying a property, make sure that you have a threshold. Ask your realtor to create a CMA, comparative market analysis, so you know what you are buying. Therefore, you are able to make sure you remain in budget, because sometimes the moving costs, some extra costs, or you go to the property and you want to upgrade, you don't have a budget. You like to change the countertop, you want to change the hardwood flooring, or you want to change curtain. Maybe there are leaking windows. Those things will cost. So you have a closing cost, which is approximately out of Toronto, about 2% of the purchase price or less. You have to have that money over and above down payment and arranging the mortgage. So you cannot go yourself. So this is very, very important that this is very, very important that you understand this process. It's very, very important that you are protecting yourself. So protect yourself. That means you put all the condition of the financing, inspection, environment, make sure the coronavirus, if there is a lockdown, for example, right now, you cannot open, land registry office closed, they cannot process the closings. You can make sure the clauses are inserted there. You can transfer the deposit by EFT, electronic fund transfer of funds, instead of delivering a check, because there's a lockdown. So also protect yourself. That's why it's important. Then you are doing a home inspection. Then you have to make sure you're using a inspector who has an extra camera. Cameras to check on the walls, because sometimes you can see there is a new basement and there could have been a grow house that you didn't like, and some manufacture of illegal subsistence in the house. You will never know. There is a leakage of the water because basement walls are finished. So you want to make sure there is nothing behind the wall. Infrared camera, people are using it. I use that to check myself some stuff, but we hired the inspector who has infrared camera. So most of them have a very digital cameras to do this inspection. It costs you maybe extra $100, but I will do it. They will do it. So be specific. When you are writing your offer, be specific. You talk about, make sure the furnace, everything is working, air conditions are working, and everything is paid for. And make sure you don't have unexpected challenges. So you are able to make sure that you are able to do that, that you are doing this part to make sure everything is protected. So this is what your realtor is doing it. And these are things you can put in your BRA. Expect the unexpected. This is part and parcel with what happened is that when you go to a property, you see, I don't like this tile, but there may be 5,000 tiles in that house. If you want to change it, it's going to cost you money. Or your fridge breaks down, your washer and dryer breaks down, you need to replace them. These are unexpected costs. Make sure you have a contingency funds for that. So this is very important because you have a moving cost, you have a closing cost. Sometimes it's happen if you're buying and selling the property at one time. It's also likely possible that your deal will not close, and subsequently your other purchase will be impacted. You may end up paying a little bit fees to the lawyers to arrange this alternate date to close because your fund did not arrive to close your sale. Therefore, you have no money to close the other one. And every lawyer is going to charge you money because they have to do the paperwork again. So when you are dealing with a buyer, so you have understanding of it now, that when you are dealing with a buyer, a realtor who's going to help you to buy the property, you can enter it to BRA and put your condition in there. Therefore, anything that you expect to do, make sure everything is covered. So you are my viewers, you are watching Realty Coffee Talk and Awaz Entertainment. Today is last day of 2020. And we are looking forward to 2021. And we are really appreciative of your encouragement and support and continued interest watching our Awaz Entertainment on IPTV 580, Facebook, and YouTube channel. We're going to take a short break very shortly, and then we'll come back. We continue to talk about when you are dealing with a seller selling a home and what steps that you have to do. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm your host on Awaz Entertainment, Realty Coffee Talk in Canada, around the world.
With a portfolio of success with Empire Business Center, a marvel unparalleled. Indus Empire Mall and Residency, showcasing your elite stature with grandeur. Step in your private kingdom, stylish drawing rooms. Live in the lounge of nobility, luxurious bedrooms, covered car parking, modern gym. Only 1-minute drive from the main gate. Indus Empire.
Now open in Barhaven area, Ottawa. Pick up or dine in. Also available on Uber Eats, Skip the Dishes, and DoorDash.
दो 2020 का लाजवाब ऑफर, जहां हम 0% फाइनेंसिंग पर आपकी मनपसंद कार दे रहे हैं, फ्री विंटर टायर्स, और साथ ही हम मुफ्त ऑयल चेंज भी दे रहे हैं, वो भी उम्र भर के लिए। अभी आएं और इस लाजवाब ऑफर का लुत्फ लें। जल्दी करें, आपका खुशामदीद हमारे आउटलेट में, जो कि 60 क्वींस प्लेट ड्राइव एट इंटरसेक्शन क्लोज टू हाईवे 27 एंड रेक्सडेल अपोजिट टू वुडबाइन रेस ट्रैक। जल्द से जल्द इस ऑफर का लुत्फ लें। आज ही कॉल करें सुनील अग्रवाल को 647-703-0218।
Welcome to City Pro Realty. We are 100% Canadian family-owned real estate brokerage. If you are thinking of buying or selling residential or commercial real estate, think of us. Call us. We are one-stop solution provider for your real estate needs. Our passion is real estate. Your success is our priority. Our commission plans to meet your budget. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. A family serving family. To search for sale properties and free reports, visit www.citypro.net.
Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment in Canada, around the globe. We were talking about hiring a realtor to help you buy a property. Now we're going to talk about a seller checklist. For your information, if you visit reco.on.ca and select Consumer Information Center, you will find all the information that I'm talking to you today. When you are when you are selling your property, there are a couple of reasons. Either your family is growing and you need to upgrade, or you're looking at smaller space to downsize, or you're selling home to relocate because of job. It's a big decision. To help make a decision, it's important that you think ahead, not your heart. Rico shares a lot of tips for smart home buying and selling. So please visit reco.on.ca. Again, when you are looking for a realtor who is experienced in buying the house, you also do the same thing. Shop around. That means don't be tempted to hire someone who comes to you first, that you meet. Make sure it's the right fit for you. And get some references and go and check the registration at the RICO website to make sure the person is licensed to practice in real estate. This is very, very important. Understand what you are signing. This is, again, we talk about the BRA. Listing agreement is an authority giving authority to sell the property. And this is a binding contract, whether you are a BRA or listing agreement, is a binding contract that you are committing for a specific period of time, for specific type of service, and very specific amount of money that you are willing to compensate for that. So whatever you are signing a contract, especially in listing agreement in this case, again, there will be the brokerage name, there is a seller's name, the address, the property they're selling, and what price that you have asked to be sold, and duration of the commencement of the contract duration. Is it exclusive or MLS? The choice is yours. You have to look at the presentation the realtor makes to you whether your property can be sold in a hot market, you can be sold without putting an MLS, is called exclusive listing. Or it could be in a multiple listing, then you put an MLS. Then issue comes with the cooperation. Lots of people misunderstand that consumer, that when you are entering into an agreement with a listing broker, you're paying for a total commission of a certain amount, unless so specified. For example, you agree to list a property for 4% and you are going to give 2.5% to the buyer broker, cooperating broker. But your total commission is 4%. So if the buyer broker is not involved, you are obligated to pay 4% commission. As far as commission is concerned, there is no regulation, there is no authority, there is no guideline. It's what you negotiate between a realtor who comes to you for listing and you, a type of service they're providing and how they come up with their proposal for cost. This is between listing, brokerage, and the seller to decide what commission needs to be paid. If you make a special arrangement, you can add a Schedule A and you can create facts into the listing agreement. Because when you are selling a property, it's very, very important that you tell the detail of the house, what is the price, the square footage, what renovation you have done, and you have evidence to support that. It's very, very important. If you have done a very recent, and also a water heater or furnace or any item that is not included or excluded, you need to specify that. We used to do a lot of open houses. As you know, that we're no longer doing it, but now is our virtual open houses. That means we're spending more time and money creating the best image of the property for marketing purposes. Realtor.ca, where our listing goes to Realtor.ca, millions of people watch that house, our houses and listing on Realtor.ca every month. Millions. So that's the best tool we have in order for us to use to market your property. Social media, Facebook, YouTube, and other avenue, LinkedIn. There are also networking place where realtors work with each other and they cooperate. But in order for you to sell your property, you have to give correct facts about the property. Under Section 21 of Code of Conduct Real Estate Business Broker Act is called material facts. Every realtor who lists your property has to find the facts and present those facts to the buyer so they can rely upon the honest system that we have in Ontario. So we're no longer doing open houses, or some are maybe doing it, but not now during the lockdown. But if we do, there are certain precautions are done. Make sure do's and don't disclose private information, motivation for selling the house. Do not disclose why you're selling the house. And your realtor will deal with the square footage of the house, the length of the property. Any question they have, you refer them to your realtor or the broker, listing brokerage. They will answer your question. And also secure those expensive item, cash or jewelry or diamond or rings or watches. Please keep them out of the house, lock them in the locker room, and also create an inventory of your item for open house purposes. Just in case, we're hoping that this coronavirus vaccine is arriving and hopefully it will get normal maybe second quarter of 2021. So there'll be possibility of doing open houses. So, but we are watching now. Anybody shows the property, they have to sign that they follow the Ontario health guidelines. They have to access the property, they have to sign it. They have to wear mask, they keep a social distance, use sanitizer, and blah, blah, blah. There's so many things that we're doing right now. Now, when the offer comes to you, the realtor will be able to help you to negotiate those offers. The steps all the way from the listing, presentation, marketing, until the offer will come through the listing brokerage or cooperative brokerage. This is very important that to hire a professional to guide you, because when the offer comes in, there are multiple, depending on the offers, there are multiple conditions. So you have to understand the money, the condition, they all, and their timeline, irrevocability, because offer are certain time good. After that, they expire. So it's very, very important for you to make sure that you hire a realtor who's familiar with this process, but you have a good feeling before you are hiring a realtor how he deals with the offers. So this is the process. Now, so what are your options? Let's assume this is a question you can ask. Let's assume we have multiple offers. There's a difference if there is a listing agent also bring another offer, multiple offer, or there are other offers, because if there is any discount agreement that you have agreed to give discount because the buyer, selling agent represent buyer and seller, if you give discount, then disclosure needs to be made. This is very important. It's a part and parcel to maintain integrity in the real estate business. Disclosure is very important. Disclosure, or the buyer who's buying the property is related to the realtor who is representing the buyer. Or same thing, the realtor who's selling it, if he has a person who wants to buy it, is related to him or her has to disclose it. These are the acquisition or disclosure for acquisition of the property, disclosure at the disposition of the property. So this is very important. And also, at what stage, what offer that you accept and conditions, and make sure those conditions are reasonable, and then you are able to accommodate and you can accept that. So realtor, you can talk about how you deal with the offers. Then you also have a budget. When you listed the property, there was a CMA, comparative market analysis was done, and you have a budget, because based on that budget, you are planning to buy a property. So you keep talking to your realtor professional who listed property, how many people are coming to see your property, what's going on, am I getting the price that I want, or I have to negotiate price down or upward, whatever. So this is important for you, because if price was calculated in a way that you want to sell to make so much money to buy other property or a bigger property, you need every penny from that. So this will impact your budget that you allocated for, and you find out from the realtor. He can help you how much is approximately lawyer fee. He can talk to a couple of lawyers. He talk to the home inspector. He can give you cost inspectors. And if you're dealing with a mortgage broker, they can tell you sometimes they charge fee, or sometimes the fee is paid by the lender. So you have all this information with you when you're preparing your budget. It helps you to prepare you when you're selling the property, prepare you for when you're going to buy the property. And then what is expected and not expected. Remember in March, before January, February, we were going pretty good, and all of a sudden in March, coronavirus hit our industry. And April sale, which is a reflection of reporting of March into April, our condition did not improve at all. We went sky down in terms of pricing and sales and everything. And then it started coming up. It took second quarter to price go up. So as we mentioned that, this is very important. What will happen if market condition will change? Any stringent requirement from OFC rules, financial mortgage rules, it applies to all the banks and lender B lender. These are all part and parcel of the closing cost. The cost of business has increased because of coronavirus. Sometimes you can notice that 15 to 20% cost of material has gone up in construction. So that will affect the price of the houses that are coming in 2021 and beyond that. So it's very important when you're working with a realtor who specialize in selling, you have to check everything with them to make sure they comply. And put everything in writing. You must feel comfortable. You call your family. So at the final, make sure the person you are hiring is registered, buying and selling with Real Estate Council of Ontario under Real Estate Business Broker Act. You can visit reco.on.ca. Number two, before signing anything, review the contract. Make sure if you have question, ask the realtor before you sign a listing agreement or buyer representation agreement. Because a legal binding contract, it will be very important that you have discussions and you can negotiate. If you're not familiar with an agreement, you may consider talking to your legal counsel to help you before you sign an agreement. It's very important. And most important thing is ask your friends, family or friends about the real estate experience they have with real estate professional that they work on, because that will help you to make a decision. So 2021, in last program, we did prediction that price will increase 5.1 to 5.3. My colleague Ken Finch mentioned Royal LePage about 5.7% in GTA and 905 area. So we're hoping that it will be still moving forward. Prices are going up. And as we are approaching, today is our last episode for 2021. I take this opportunity on behalf of Realty Coffee Talk and Awaz Entertainment, wish you all a healthy, joyful, and prosperous New Year 2021. I also pray for our citizens remain healthy, safe. Our armed forces, our security forces, police, RCMP, CISA, and also our medical workers, doctors, nurses, health specialists, who are helping fellow citizens against coronavirus. May God keep all of you safe, and may God bless Canada. So from me, Tahir Qureshi, Realty Coffee Talk, we wish you a Happy New Year 2021 on behalf of Awaz Entertainment in Canada, around the world. May God bless you. May God bless Canada. Thank you very much for watching.